What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to Hilal Talk. I did not expect to be doing this. I'm not gonna lie. This was so last minute. But we're here, you know what I'm saying, and we're talking about something shocking to me. For some reason, we have now entered in the race for Isak. I'm like, what? Initially, when I saw this, I'm like, this can't be true, right? This surely cannot be true. Especially with what happened with him and Liverpool and Newcastle saga and the Katike saga and all this. I'm like, this makes no sense. The guy literally probably wants to stay at Newcastle. You know, the guy probably, wants to compete in Europe, all that type of stuff. They literally just made Champions League all of a sudden. Apparently, news about green light being given. But hey, we're here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, before we begin, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bell for future content notifications, like, comment your way. Go check socials, and inshallah, you're well wherever you may be. I need to go or get straight into it because I ain't got much time. I was actually going to do something, and next thing you know, boom. But this is what I was told by Prime on Twitter. I was sent this by Prime on Twitter, and it said, understand Alexander Isak has given initial green light to start discussion for Al Hilal. Talks ongoing between Saudi club and his agents. I mean, listen. Don't want to take this too seriously, though. As much as I'm shocked that this is even a talking point. Yeah, the fact that it's a talking point is very shocking. But here's the thing: if he's giving green light, and we have to also keep something in mind, both Newcastle and Al Hilal are owned by Saudi PIF. Both of them, both are owned by the government. So there could be a chance of it happening if he wants it to happen. I just don't know. It'll come down to, is he ambitious enough to be staying in Europe and wanting to be winning in Europe and in England? Because obviously Premier League is still a big competition to win. The Champions League, they're in it now. Like, does he want to be competing in them competitions so he can stand out and go to a bigger club in Europe? Or even stay in Newcastle and they build something over there? Yeah, it's an interesting one, man. It really is an interesting one. But the fact that this is even a talking point is very shocking in my eyes. It really is. But you know what? I want to actually show y'all more piece of news about the Isak thing because this has come out of nowhere like an RKO. And yeah, man. Where was it? Was it this one? I believe it was this one. It's from Mercato. وش كان هذه? Oh yeah. This is one news I want to show. So this is one from Mercato here. Saying Al Hilal is ready to go to the greatest extent possible to sign Isak. The player is open to the idea of moving to Saudi League. That's one that's out there. What else is out there? See, I want to go through all of these pieces of news so we can gather up ideas on what could happen. Now, realistically, do I think it will happen? I'm not going to guarantee it's going to happen, no. But the fact that this is even a talking point is a crazy thing. And Saudi have the money to switch his mind, by the way. We have the money, and in terms of Saudi League, its own project. Like, that's something that needs to be kept in mind. Then we have this one. Boom. Now, here it says the following, and this is from Mohammed Hamdi. Okay. Not that reliable. But again, Newcastle show no willingness to sell the striker Isak. That's true because Newcastle, when Liverpool approached the idea, did not want to sell unless they paid, correct me if I'm wrong, around, what was it, 150 euros? No, euros, pounds. Or is it 120 pounds? I don't remember how much exactly, but it was over 100 pounds, 120 pounds around. So they were not willing to sell to Liverpool, and Liverpool said, screw it. We're going to go for your target, Ekitike. They're getting him now. And then here it says, in fact, they rejected a multi-million-dollar offer from Liverpool a few days ago. However, there are speculations that serious offer from Al Hilal could change Newcastle's stance. Again, if Isak is saying talk to Al Hilal, to his agents, then something must be up. But again, how true is Isak wanting the move? That's the thing. I'm not sure how true this is. Yeah, I understand. But the thing is, they don't even want to talk. They didn't even want to talk. Exactly. The thing is, and this is something I want you people to keep in mind. Both clubs are owned by PIF. Both of them. Both clubs are owned by PIF. So the way that they can maneuver this deal, bro, it could be, at the end of the day, this would come down to, like, first of all, what do PIF prefer? Like, do they prefer Isak staying in Newcastle, or do they prefer Metal Hilal? That's one thing. Another thing that could be considered here is, thing is, Al Hilal need a striker. Isak is a good target, but there's other targets out there. With Newcastle, it's also going to be a matter of who are they going to get to replace Isak. I'm not going to lie. If it's possible, I think the PIF have to be involved in this deal. Because they own both. They own Newcastle and Al Hilal. So realistically, I think the PIF should get involved in this one. Like, there generally should be a meeting between the PIF, Yasser, from the one who's in charge of Newcastle, and Fahad bin Nafel, and then see where they go from here, bro, because this is very conflicting. I swear down, bro. And then again, it comes down to Isak himself. Does he want to stay at Newcastle and compete in Europe and in England? Or does he want to go to the Saudi League and take the Masarif? It's one of them. Listen, I'm not saying it's impossible. I actually thought initially it's impossible because I didn't think Isak would be entertaining the idea, which it looks like he is for some reason. However, at the same time, it's a tough situation that he's in, bro. I'll be real, because he can either take the money, go to Saudi, or he stays in Newcastle and competes. Now, the guy could have easily competed by going to Liverpool alone, but the problem is Newcastle were never going to do business with Liverpool. But now Newcastle and Al Hilal, they're both PIF owned. So they're willing to do business with one another. That's the thing. So, yeah, man. It's one of those things for me. It really is one of them. I agree, don't let Liverpool have him. Facts. Bro, they're already dangerous enough. They're already dangerous enough. So, listen, if we can get him over the line, happy days. I did not even expect us to even be going for him. I really did not. All of a sudden, boom, Saruch. We're in for him. We're in for him. Like, what the? Allah Alim. If we get Isak, bro, that's crazy work. That is absolutely crazy. That would show our intent in the window, by the way. And I actually think, I already think we're going to win the Saudi League, by the way. We get Isak now, I guarantee we win the Saudi League. Hell, we can even go for the Asian Champions League. Because striker is what we're really missing. Like, yeah, we have Mitrovic, but how fit is he going to be? I'm going to talk about Mitrovic in a bit as well. Like that's the thing as well. Like, oh, this is more news similar to the one I read earlier. Oh, big up Al for the raid. Oh, he's a raid coming in from the losers to Al Hilal. Oh, fantastic. Hey, guys, like and subscribe, man. You know what I mean? Inshallah, you're all wherever you are. The message is clear within Newcastle. Isak not for sale. This message will only be reconsidered if the player submits an official transfer. Hey, let's see if he actually does do it, because he's giving green light to his team to actually have conversations with Al Hilal. You know what? This could be one of those things in which he's trying to see if it's a good idea to go to the Saudi League, to see if he should get the bag or if he should. Like, I think it's one of the ones in which he's contemplating. I don't think he's made his mind up yet. I don't think he's made up his mind. Because if he really was to make up his mind, I actually think low key, if we're talking about what he could be doing in Europe and like for his career and that, he'd be a fool in my opinion. I actually think about it a little bit. See if you have a chance in going back to Europe or not. And if so or not, then go ahead, you know what I mean? That I'm not gonna lie. I would like to think that too. However, خلينا يعني صريح. The guy is gonna go to Galatasaray. It's done. Osman is not joining. There's a reason why I've not done news on Osman anymore, bro. It's getting boring. Like, khas. This guy, he doesn't want to go to Saudi League. Khas, انسى الموضوع. He's not gonna come to Saudi League. Khas, he's gonna go to Turkey. TK is here. He'll tell you. Galatasaray is taking him. I think Galatasaray is taking him. They have Champions League ball, all these things. So yeah, listen, the fact that he's entertaining the negotiations for Al Hilal, unbelievable. Oh, focus. That's unreal. That's actually unreal to be saying. But now Al Hilal, they need to try to take advantage of the opportunity. Al-Fursa tara doesn't come all this often. Take it. Take the opportunity while you can. And make sure, if that doesn't happen, على طول you go for another striker. Well, I remember I recommended Watkins as well. I would take Watkins still. Yeah. So yeah, that's another one. But we're not even talking about him, imagine. What we are talking about quickly. Allah, I went from Isak على طول to Nunez. Ooh, I don't want to talk about Nunez. Bismillah ni'mal wakil. Why am I talking about Nunez? Fuck Nunez, yeah. Such a fraud. This guy is he's a huge fraud. Absolute fraud. Where is Nunez? Look at the heavier news of Isak. My God. He's been a huge talking point today, by the way. And Al Nassr have signed Hanchko, by the way. That's a big signing for them. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. They're already doing their own business. Anyway, I'm gonna have to. This is in Arabic, but I'm gonna have to read it. Oh, now I'm not gonna lie. Don't sign Nunez, huh? Now, look at this Hano guy, bro. Anyway, الهلال لا يزال مهتم بالتعاقد مع نونيز. Here saying they're not interested. Here is saying they're not interested. But I swear, wrong button. I was supposed to click this. But I swear down there was a one point they had intrigue. Oh, ارجع. No, not this. أيوة. Okay, okay. أيوة, this is the one. This is the one. شوف هذه الهلال والنصر مهتمان بالتعاقد مع نونيز في الصيف. So this is the one in which you're saying that there was intrigue from Al Hilal and the Nasr for Darwin Nunes. So yeah, listen. Again, I think because by the way, Nunez's head is starting to get turned. I think because he wanted Napoli, and now Napoli it looks like are not going to go in for him. So what's probably going to be happening is Nunes is going to be forced to be changing his mind, and then by default, if we can't get now Isak, which I'm not going to lie, after that news that come out, I do not know what to think personally. I actually don't know what to think just because of the whole dynamo effect that's going on. Not even dynamo effect, was the dynamism of what's going on in the boardroom, like PIF owning both clubs, and I don't know what's happening with Isak. But let's say we don't get Isak, right? Because the guy maybe wants to stay in Europe, which makes sense. It actually does make sense. Realistically speaking, we would then by default be going for Nunez. I do not want Darwin Nunez. Now, that's not me saying he won't be doing pretty decently on the ball. He probably will. I don't know. Maybe he'll do something on the ball while he's in the Saudi League. However, my concern is his finishing reeks of piss. I need somebody that can score. That guy is not the answer. In all seriousness, Nunes does work in a two-striker system, so I think he will do well in the Saudi. Maybe. We'll talk about Mitro in a second, bro. I mean, I would sign Isak, bro. Isak or Watkins, I'd sign. Or Mateta, I'd sign as well. I'd sign these guys. Bro, I'm telling you, it's a possibility. That's why I'm so unsure with the whole situation. No. Ban Vlahovic. Bro, answer. Does it look like I want to end up being like Gio? Like, bro, don't make me play that. But you know what? We're going to play it again. You guys need to understand.
Just remembered. Vlaho miss, you absolute scrub. You absolute scrub. Get the hell out of my team, you bozo. Vaya cacare. Uomo di merda. Asking for how much? 12 million. 12 million. Seriously. 12 million? And you want more than that? You absolute fucking bum. Get out of my club. Out of my club. I hope you leave this summer. You need to go. You need to go. There's no way I saw Vlahovic. I don't care if you scored. I don't care. It was 5-1 when you scored. I don't care.
By the way, Hano, you put on timeout for what you just said about Jackson. Have some shame. Yeah, I don't want Jackson. Man said Nunes is a joke. Joke with a nahya. Anyway, I say, with regards to Nunes, please no. God, please no. I beg. Like, it would do me wonders if we don't get this guy, I beg. Now, because I don't want to waste too much time, I want to talk about Mitrovic quickly. And then I'm going to have to end the stream here. Anyway. Oh, Bono got keeper of the... Hey, Dubs. Anyway. Where do I want to go now? Bro, the Akhbar al-Hilal, they do too much. Why do they do too much? Akhair. I told you why, Hano, brother. You chat too much about offering Jackson, bro. Nobody wants Jackson, bro. Man's WhatsApping me now. Why is man WhatsApping me, bro? Anyway. What was I gonna say? Mitrovic's readiness for preparatory camp. Oh, I'm not even showing y'all. There you go. So apparently Mitrovic is ready to head back to training for preseason. That's good. However, I still don't trust his fitness. I don't trust his fitness situations, man. That leg injury, bro. If he needs surgery, let him have surgery, bro. Because I'm afraid that he's gonna end up being. He's gonna be a sticky one for him, bro. I'm afraid he'll get an injury during the season and it will cost us. Maybe this is why we need a striker, bro. Maybe Mitrovic and that other striker play alongside one another. Who knows? Anyway, Mitrovic's readiness for preparatory camp and Hamdan's readiness, so they're both ready. Okay, interesting. However, I'm not gonna lie, I would consider getting rid of Hamdan. If we can get rid of him, that'll be a good idea for him and for like the club. I would consider doing that, Salaha. So yeah, man. It's just a matter. Listen, with this whole striker thing, because by the way, this whole stream is about the striker situation at Al Hilal right now. I was not gonna do this. I was gonna go get ready, go out, whatever. It's Friday night, you know what I mean? But I got this. I'm like, I have to talk about it. صراحة لازم يعني. This is what it is. And with Isak again, is it guaranteed he'll join just from this piece of news? No, maybe this reporting is false. I don't know. But the fact that this is a talking point, bro, get it done. If you can get it done, get it done. If it needs PIF to be involved, let them be involved. Whichever way it is, get it done. I'm pretty sure things will go smoothly because, again, they're both owned by the same entity. But I just found it absolutely nuts that this is even a conversation. If I'm being quite frank and honest, the fact that this is a conversation is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let me show you guys what I tweeted. This is the funny thing, right? Let me show you what I tweeted before I end up leaving. Let me show you. Look, so I saw this news, right? So I saw this. Probably not answer. Probably not. But if you see SmackDown 1, yeah, is what it is. Anyway. So this is in Arabic, right? And it says this piece of news, right? So this is the one I read earlier. Message clear with Newcastle, Isak out for sale, message. So this is basically them saying not for sale, but they'll reconsider whatever. I said بيظل مع نيوكاسل فأفضل نشوف هجوم من مكان ثاني صراحة, which means I said he'll probably stay at Newcastle. So quite frankly, it's best that we look for a striker from another spot, meaning another club, right? So that's what I said on this tweet. How many? Down 40. Anyway, then Prime sends me this tweet. And then I'm like, never mind. Get it done. Shock emojis. Get it done. If you can get it done, get it done. If he wants the move, get it done. If he doesn't want the move, fine. Let him stay at Newcastle. He's in another PIF club. Okay? You go get another striker. Simple. It's very simple. It's not that difficult. It's not rocket science. Yeah? If it needs the PIF to get involved, let them get involved. Inshallah, we don't have to get Walid bin Talal involved like we did last summer. You know? So, let's see, bro. Let's see. By the way, ترى على فكرة المبلغ ترى الهلال بيدفع المبلغ. If we're willing to pay money for fucking Osman, yeah, we're gonna pay المبلغ for شو اسمه. حندفع المبلغ حقت إيساك. بس الحين السؤال بيكون يعني بيختار الهلال ولا بيختار نيوكاسل؟ بيختار يلعب بالأوروبا ولا بيختار يلعب بالسعودية؟ هذا السؤال. You know? Very interesting. Very interesting. Whoa. Oh, it's because I didn't tell. Why? Is there new news about Bayern? Let me see. Mia San Mia. Mia San Mia. Oh, yeah, there is new news on that. Yeah, there is. Okay. Oh, and there's news on Palina just as wow, there was more news on Bayern. Okay, interesting. But I'm not doing any streams on that one. Interesting. Very interesting. Cool. Yeah, I just seen an answer. I just seen it. Okay. Well, I'll talk about that later, bro. But guys, I need to go. You guys know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment your way, go check socials, inshallah, wherever you may be. I'm gonna bounce now. It's been 26 minutes. You would think it'd be longer stream, but I ain't got time. I'll redirect to somebody. Who do I redirect to? But yeah, this news shocked the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna صدمت. يعني this is one of them فاجئ news. You know what? Let's send you all to AN Sports. We're gonna send you there. Guys, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment your way. Go check socials and inshallah you're well wherever you may be. I'm gonna bounce. Take care. And you know what? What do I play on my way out? You know what? If we get this deal done, bro. If we get this deal done, I'm playing this clip.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
Ya Rab, make it happen.